India. Let's have a thundering applause for Sir. Yes, that's the spirit. Let's welcome our guest of honor, Her Excellency Matija Ghosh, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia. Where are the applause? Yes, that's great. That's great. We have with us Mr. Daniel J, Senior Advisor, USI, India. And also, that's great. We have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am. A thundering applause, please. All the delegates here. I'll request everybody to be seated, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll also we have with us our other eminent guests. We have former Ambassador R.M. Agarwal sir amongst us today. We have with us Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar sir, who is Deputy Director General of the International Affairs Division, Deans, Directors, HOIs of various amity institutions. Without any further ado, I will now request all the dignitaries to kindly step up the stage. I'll invite Senior Advisor, USI, UN Cell, Mr. Daniel J, to kindly come up the dais. Welcome, sir. Welcome to AMIMUN 2024. Please, sir. I invite Her Excellency Matija Ghosh, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia. I invite you, ma'am, to kindly step up the stage. I invite Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am, Vice Chancellor, Amity University of Uttar Pradesh, Noida, to kindly be seated. Also, I'll also invite the convener and chairperson of AMIMUN 2024, Professor Dr. Anil Sehrawat, to kindly be seated on the dais. I'll request Professor Dr. Lakshmi Ahuja, co-chair, AMIMUN 2024, to kindly be seated at the dais, together with Secretary General Ms. Gauri Sareen, AMIMUN 2024, to kindly be seated at the dais. Let's have a round of applause for all the guests on the dais. So this is AMIMUN 2024 on the theme. What is the theme? Pax per Praxis, Peace Through Action. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, global peace is not a distant dream. It's the collective heartbeat of every individual who chooses love over hatred and also compassion over indifference.
Good morning, everyone. Dignitaries up the dais, delegates off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, I, Zubia Sheikh, along with my co-host Kushal, welcome you all to Amity Model United Nations 2024. The first edition of this coveted event was held in 2011, and since then, AMIMUN has craved a niche with rich and proud history of policy making through discussions and debates which have consistently been in sync with the learning of the United Nations. After the illustrious success of the previous 12 editions, we are proud to have created a niche for ourselves, certified by the fact that AMIMUN is now recognized as one of the top MUNs across India. While keeping in mind the new normal, the theme for AMIMUN 2024 is Pax per Praxis, Peace Through Action, towards hope with the objective of declaration of hope in times of strife, because in this day and age, hope is perhaps the most important virtue in constructing world of peace. And peace through action, therefore, becomes a paramount for any positive outcome across the globe. We are honored with the kind presence of the esteemed dignitaries from the embassies of Russia, Slovenia, and UN representatives at USI, other eminent dignitaries and guests, HOIs, deans, faculty members, and our honorable founder, president, honorable chancellor, and honorable vice chancellor, and members of the organizing community of AMIMUN 2024. Thank you all.
The lighting of the lamp signifies the acknowledgement and the blessings of the Supreme Divine. Let's begin today's inaugural ceremony with the invocation of the Almighty to take us all on the path of light and truth. Now, may I request all the dignitaries of the diocese to proceed to the light of the ceremonial lamp.
I invite guest of honor, Her Excellency Mateja Vadev Ghosh Ma'am, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia, to kindly proceed to light the ceremonial lamp.
प्रिय स्वतंत्र नव अमृत मंत्र नव प्रिय स्वतंत्र नव अमृत मंत्र नव भारत में वंदे भारत में वंदे दीनी वरदे दीनी वरदे गा 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 गा
Papa sani pagari sa,
रे 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 रे
papa gari pagari sa,
गा 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 गा
papa sani pagari sa,
रे 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 रे
papa gari pagari sa.
सा सु नी नी पा पा गा पा गा रे सा रे
Ni ni papa ga pagari sa,
सा सा नी नी पा पा गा पा गा रे सा रे
ni ni papa ga pagari sa.
सा गा पा
Papa ni
पा रे रे
gari gari sa,
सा गा पा
papa ni
पा रे रे
gari gari sa,
सा गा पा गा पा रे रे
gari gari sa ni sa ni papa gari sa.
सा काट अंधौर के बंधन सब काट अंधौर के बंधन सब महाजननी ज्योतिर्मय निजन महाजननी ज्योतिर्मय निजन कलुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश वर कलुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश वर जगमग जगकर रे जगमग जगकर रे वीणा वाणी वर दे वीणा वाणी वर दे वर दे वर दे वर दे
That's very beautiful. So let the ripple of kindness start within, extending outward to touch the shores of every nation, creating the ways of lasting global peace.
Amity in itself is our very own universe. The vision of our respected founder, President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, has been transformed into internationally benchmarked campuses that have come across the epitomizes of Amity Education Group. Currently, the group comprises of 30 national and 14 global campuses across New York, Romania, London, China, South Africa, and other places.
Keeping up the integrity of our universe, our dynamic and honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan Sir of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, and Patron-in-Chief of AMIMUN has led Amity University under his dynamic and inspirational leadership, which has led us to feats not only nationally but also globally. Amity University has been recognized by the University Grants Commission and has been accredited by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council with an A+ grade. It has been recognized by national and international statutory bodies like Accreditation Service for International Colleges, United Kingdom, with a rare distinction as a premier college. It has also been certified by the UK's Quality Assurance Agency in Higher Education. The pillar under whose leadership and initiative such achievements could be possible is our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla Ma'am, whose constant involvement has resulted in the students being privileged with countless platforms to showcase their skills and talents on an international level.
The United Nations from the last 75 years has always been broadened the perspective on human rights, environment degradation, and sustainable development. Besides striving the peace and harmony among nations, we at AMIMUN believe that by communicating and making critical decisions, we can work towards achieving the United Nations goal, or gaining a broader global perspective while debating and collaborating for resolutions of the issues that impact the international community. At AMIMUN, we help us understand the diplomatic relationship between the nations on various agendas and attempts to enhance the knowledge on international peace and conflicts, as well as on the social, political, and economic issues. While keeping in mind the new normal, the theme for the AMIMUN'24 is Pax per Praxis, which means peace through action. The theme is not merely a symbolic abstraction, but an embodiment of profound concept that demands intellectual prowesses, strategic visions, and pragmatic execution, with the objective of its declaration of hope in times of strife, because in this day and age, hope is perhaps the most important virtue in constructing the world of peace.
Now I request the Secretary General, Amity International Model United Nations, Ms. Corey Serene, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. It is with the greatest pleasure that I welcome you all to the Amity International Model United Nations 2024, the 13th iteration of this prestigious conference. After 4 months of the toil, hard work, and dedication, here we are. As the Secretary General, I am overjoyed to see you all to be a part of what has become a watershed movement in all our lives. This event is grown to be the largest additions in the conference history. and I'm delighted that you all are here to witness it. AMIMUN is known for its themes that depict the current global scenario, and this edition theme is being inspired by a Latin phrase called Pax per Praxis, which means peace through action. This theme is not merely a symbolic abstraction, but an embodiment of profound concept that demands intellectual proudness, strategic vision, and pragmatic execution. It beckons participants to transcend the realms of conventional diplomacy and delve into the depths of proactive peace building. Through this theme, we endeavor to foster an atmosphere of intellectual growth, empathy, and dynamic engagement, shaping a generation of global citizens who will actively strive for an interconnected and harmonious world. It challenges the delegates to confront global issues with determination to resolve, utilizing diplomacy as an instrument of implementing viable solutions. This approach promises that the resolutions achieved during AMIMUN'24 would transcend the paper and ink, becoming potent instruments of positive change in the world. This year, AMIMUN'24 boasts of more than 100,000 delegates from various institutions across the world, making it an event of grand scale. We can't contain our excitement as we welcome delegates and hope they discover innovative solutions to matters of global concern. The ideas springing out of the deliberations at AMIMUN'24 shall reverberate through the globe and carry forward the culture of debating and diplomacy among young leaders. AMIMUN has a long legacy preserving principles of peace and growth embodied by both Amity and the United Nations. AMIMUN'24 is a platform for limiting learnings to diplomatic skills, but also witness leadership qualities. We hope to be witness of some truly vaccinating movement as individuals yearn to put forward their interpretations of dynamic changes. I am thankful to the United Nations for extending their support and collaborating with us. I would also express our gratitude and sincere towards MUN Refugee Challenge, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Hindi Khabar, International Human Rights Organization, International Council of Jurists, UK, and Param Shakti Peeth for believing in us and working with us to make AMIMUN'24 a reality larger than we envisioned. I would also like to extend my gratitude, and I'm honored to welcome our esteemed dignitaries, Her Excellency Mateja Wadab Ghosh, Ambassador of Slovenia, Mr. Daniel J., representative of the United Service Institution of India. I welcome you all to the distinguished speakers, and Mr. Mikhail, the Cultural Attaché, Embassy of Russia in India. This year, AMIMUN has the absolute pleasure of being sponsored by Medicon, a leading exporter, wholesaler, trader, and distributor of wide range of critical medical products and surgical devices in India since 1988. Now, I would like to thank our honorable founder, president, and patron-in-chief, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir, for once again laying the groundwork for us and providing us with all the platform. I would also like to thank our honorable chancellor and patron, Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir, and our respected Vice Chancellor, ma'am, who has been a constant support for us, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, for their assistance and guidance and emblazonizing our name in the global stage. I want to extend my gratitude to the chairperson, Dr. Anil Sehrawat, sir, and co-chairperson, Dr. Lakshmi Ahuja, ma'am, for their valuable guidance, advice, and encouragement for being there of the foundation of the biggest edition ever. They have been truly a guiding light for us who make our work very easy. Moreover, I am grateful to Dr. Shilpi Sharma, ma'am, Dr. Saurabh, sir, Dr. Aarti, ma'am, Dr. Ruchi Tandon, ma'am, Dr. Rajbala, ma'am, Dr. Nagalakshmi, ma'am, and Miss Ritu Bhatnagar for helping us ensuring the success of AMIMUN'24. It is nigh on impossible to name everyone who has contributed to the success of this conference. But you all should be aware and proud of the fact that this magnificent event is the culmination of your collective efforts. To the delegates and reporters who play an instrumental role in bringing conference to life, I implore you to bring your utmost dedication and making these 3 days an unparalleled success. Our aspiration is that your participation in the conference will not only immerse you in captivating moments, but also enhance your awareness of the dynamic changes occurring in the world. We encourage the highest level of deliberation as all 3 days unfold. We envision you viewing the forum not merely as a student, but as one who has taken the step in shaping our world. Our team often emphasizes AMIMUN'24 is the precursor to many significant milestones. And with this mind, we earnestly hope that our endeavors will do justice to every individual associated with our conference. On the behalf of the Secretariat, the organizing committee, and every person who has been steadfast with us throughout this journey, I, Gauri Sareen, the Secretary General of AMIMUN'24, extend a warm welcome to each one of you to our 13th iteration of Amity International Model United Nations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gauri Sareen. Now, to present the opening remarks, I would request Professor Dr. Anil Shahrawat, Chairperson, AMIMUN and HY Amity Institute of Corporate Communication, to take over. So please.
Good morning, one and all. Dignitaries on and off the dais, eminent guests who have joined us online, delegates to AMIMUN 2024, distinguished guests, Honorable Founder President Dr. Ashok Chauhan sir, Honorable Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan sir, Honorable Madam Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am, deans, directors of different MIT institutions, students, ladies and gentlemen. With a heart full of gratitude and delight, I welcome everyone to the inaugural ceremony of the most coveted and sought after global event, AMIMUN 2024. The theme chosen for AMIMUN 2024 is a Latin phrase, Pax per Praxis, which means peace through action. In a world that bears witness to a myriad of challenges, the idea of Pax per Praxis is more prominent than ever before. It emphasizes the significance of moving beyond the confines of rhetoric and ideation and embracing concrete transformative action to achieve lasting peace. With a heart full of respect and honor, I welcome our chief guest for the day, Her Excellency Mateja Vodeb Ghosh, Embassy of Republic of Slovenia to India. Your presence has touched our hearts and motivated the delegates. Thank you so much for your presence. I welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Daniel J., United Nations representative at USI. I welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Mikhail Antiseferov, cultural attaché, Embassy of Russia in India. I welcome your presence has touched our hearts and have motivated all present during this ceremony. I stand before you today with immense pride and joy, reflecting on magnanimous AMIMUN 2024 conference. As I welcome one and all for this year's edition, I am filled with a deep sense of joy of seeing such an incredible event, the Amity International Model United Nations Conference, which is being driven by a shared passion for shaping a better future. AMIMUN has always strived to be more than just a simulation. It is a platform, a melting pot of young minds from across the globe where diplomacy takes center stage. This year, over 1,000 delegates, both online and offline, will ignite the hall with the bright flames of knowledge, and their vibrant discussions will pave a way for tackling some of the world's most pressing challenges. The debates will ignite critical thinking essential for understanding the global issues troubling the world today. I am both proud and glad to say that through AMIMUN 2024, students have gained a better understanding of inner working of United Nations and have built skills in diplomacy, compromise, and decision-making to have the opportunity to make changes and solve problems globally. The delegates must have surely got the full taste of the complexity of international relations, the intricacies of negotiations among diverse people and perspectives, the challenges of achieving consensus and patience required to win progress in different areas of global society. This year, we have 10 committees with shared objective and reimagining diplomacy, nurturing pragmatic idealism, cultivating global citizenship. The committees are, first, Economic and Social Council, Joint Committee Crisis, United Nations Human Rights Council, United Nations Commission on the Status of Women, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organizations, All India Political Party Meet, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and International Press. And today at AMIMUN 2024, I am filled with more energy and daunted to see hundreds of participants from young minds across the geographical borders, including all the continents, to participate in discussions of international importance. I am now more thrilled to fulfill the dreams of our founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, who believes that every Amitian is an asset to the society, and our honorable chancellor sir, who believes that together we can change the world. Many thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, who has been with us every moment to make this event a complete success. I congratulate all the delegates attending the AMIMUN 2024 conference with their presence with a sense of shared responsibility for the global society have made a difference in the lives of hundreds and thousands of intellectual discourse and camaraderie. Today, let us remember that this is just the beginning. We carry the torch, change, ignited by the passionate discussions and collaborative spirits witnessed here. We entered this platform not just as delegates, but as ambassadors of goodwill, determined to translate our resolutions into action to write a future with peace, progress, and understanding prevails. So let us join our hands, share a bright vision, and be the change maker and future leaders of global community. May we continue to strive to debate, to find common grounds, and together build a world that is truly fit for all. As Albert Einstein rightly said, peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Thank you, one and all. And once again, on the behalf of my organizing team and secretariat and students organizing committee, I welcome you all to this conference. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Anil Sehrawat. That's the theme setting by Professor Dr. Anil Sehrawat. And what is the theme, delegates? Can I hear that? That's great. That's great. We all have to be in sync with the theme. That's Pax for Praxis. And what does that mean? Yes, lovely. Well, everybody, all the delegates to this conference, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, esteemed dignitaries and friends, our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, is partly attending the program in a silent way, as AMIMUN is always very close to his heart.
It is a proud privilege to have with us Patron Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla Ma'am, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, among us today. Honorable Ma'am is a PhD from Queen's University, UK. She has over 3 decades of rich scholarly experience in industry and academia. Ma'am is a professor of entrepreneurship and leadership and Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. She has been one of the key team members, spearheading and instrumental in the growth of Amity Group of Engaged in Higher Education. Ma'am has been our guiding light and a source of continuous inspiration, is an excellent administrator who leads by example.
Most respected Honorable Founder President, most respected Honorable Chancellor, Her Excellency, the Chief Guest, Her Excellency Mateja Vudba Ghosh, Ambassador of Embassy of Slovenia, our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Daniel J., United Nations representative, our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Mikhail N.C. Ferro, Culture Attaché Embassy of Russia in India, and all the heads of institution, deans, and most important, over 1,000 participants from 22 states and 15 countries from across the globe who are part of 13th Amity International Modern United Nations. This is a unique platform where the students of diverse backgrounds come on a common platform to discuss, debate, deliberate on various issues. The theme which has been chosen this year for the 13th AMIMUN 2024 is extremely apt theme. Pax per Presses, Peace through Action. The very old philosophy of India, which propagated a Vasudev Kutumbakam, whole world as one family. And it has become this, peace through action has become even more important today. The kind of the global scenario we are witnessing and what our generations are going to give to the future generations is important aspect and point of concern what kind of the world we want to make. Our Honorable Chancellor has always emphasized and believed that the youth of the nation, youth of amity, who will have the strong value system, will not only think for themselves, but will think for the society, the community, and the world. And do all those actions, initiatives, which can make the world a better place to live. It's so much, this is the mission of our Chancellor. And today, when I am looking at this theme, that how much our foundation, while they're thinking of starting this higher education institution or school, believed for the world at large. And with that, not only providing the best of the curriculum, the modern technologies, but also ingraining the values and sanskars, whether you call them as human values or the universal values. And the G20 summit, also where it was propagated that, the one earth and the one word and the one future. And how these all are coinciding together. But important is what actions we take. So therefore, this 13th edition of AMIMUN is going to deliberate the participants, all of you are sitting here and present online. All of you are going to discuss, deliberate the what action to be taken. Because every action has this ripple effect for times to come, for generations to come. And it's the high time we bring that peace in the world order so the future generations be always thankful to the present generations. So the three online committees and the 7 in person, the offline committees, have a daunting task in front of them, and which they can only substantiate whatever they discuss with the examples which are highly research based, and also the implications and impacts of those actions in long term. Our honorable founder president, Dr. Chauhan, a great visionary and who always emphasized that the youth of this nation not only needs the education but the quality education which have the far reaching outcomes and results for the economic development of the nation and making this country fully reliant nation. And when Hamilton Higher Education Institute was just the first higher education institution was established way back in 1995. And in one of his addresses, very clearly he emphasized that and very boldly that India will be superpower by 2030. And we, through education, through research, community engagement, and beyond that, we need to work hard day and night to realize that vision. And therefore, his complete dedication is for the nation building. And I'm sure that each person who is present here and that each person who is sitting in this hall or present online from across the globe would like to see this word a peaceful word and will be committed to the kind of actions which are needed, and they will be committed for that. So this is AMIMUN is going to be a great platform for all of you, where the participants will have many benefits of participating in this, which they will develop the diplomacy and negotiation skills or the research and knowledge or public speaking and communication, critical thinking, networking, teamwork, cultural understanding, leadership development, and personal growth. And above all, simulation of the human processes. If you really want to be truly a person involved in the peace actions, understanding the UN processes and simulating that and participating in that, it becomes extremely important. And we are so thankful to our Honorable Chief Guest, Her Excellency Mateja Vodab Ghosh, the Embassy of Slovenia. As well, most importantly, that Mr. Daniel J., the United Nations representative at USI, and we all know that how much the United Nations contributes in many, many areas in the world order. And it's important that how we understand their importance, and I'm very thankful to also to Mr. Mikhail and Pharaoh, the culture attaché, Embassy of Russia. I think the culture is one plays very important in understanding the perspectives of the people and also plays important role in the when it comes to the developing the relations. And so I'm extremely thankful to all our distinguished guests, and congratulations to all the participating um, students from the various organizations from 22 states and 15 countries. While having your intellectual discussion in various committees representing different countries, also build a strong network with the Amitians, because the friends who you will make at forum like this, AMIMUN, those friendships will go long way in your profession. With this, once again, I extend very warm welcome and wish you very, very happy New Year 2024, and have a great time here. And whatever your dreams are, those are fulfilled, and you go back from the Amity campus with, fond memories, and look forward welcoming you again in the next AMIMUN 2025. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, for your address. Today we have guest of honor, Her Excellency Mitija Vodeb Ghosh, Ambassador Embassy of Slovenia, amongst us today. We are delighted to have Ms. Mitija Vodeb Ghosh as our esteemed guest of honor at this AMIMUN 2024 conference. She commenced her diplomatic career from 1996 and served at the Slovenian Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Division of Africa, Asia, and Persian Gulf region, as well as an associate of the State Secretary for Multidisciplinary Activities. She served as the third Deputy Secretary at the Slovenian Embassy in Tokyo, Japan, the first counselor at the Permanent Mission of Slovenia to the United Nations in New York, and twice as Minister Counselor and Minister Plenipotentiary at the Slovenian Embassy in New Delhi, India. She was appointed at the envoy of the Slovenia to India in August of 2021 and handed her accreditation to the President of India in October of the same year. Being thoroughly multilinguistic, we regard her presence at the AMIMUN 24 conference as a true gesture of honor, as she brings a diplomatic viewpoint to the event. I would now request Honorable Ma'am to present her address.
Good morning. Dear Ms. Sarin, Professor Shervert, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Shukla, distinguished dignitaries, and most of all the delegates of the Amity International United Nations model. Allow me to address you today from two different points. One you already heard as a representative of a country, Slovenia, at the permanent mission of Slovenia in New York when I was doing the work of the second committee, that is Economic and Financial Affairs. And as a representative of a country, Slovenia, who with the 1st of January this year has started its second term of being a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. So when it comes to the United Nations Security Council and our membership, I think we all agree that the membership comes at a very turbulent time when the old world order seems to be crumbling and the new one is not yet in sight. When the wars around the world are multiplying, the climate change is threatening us more and more every day. And when the solution seems to be difficult to agree upon. So Slovenia has built its campaign, and it also acts in the Security Council in line with building trust and securing future. And by building trust, we mean respecting international law, working on conflict prevention, advocating for the transparency, and promoting the women, peace, and security agenda. When we talk about securing the future, we mean by focusing on climate and security, water diplomacy, food security, and of course, children in arms conflicts. What concretely will we do in conflict prevention? Slovenia will draw attention to gross and systematic human rights violations and abuses that could lead to the outbreak of armed conflict. It will advocate the strengthening and timely adoption of preventive diplomacy measures, including mediation, and it will promote enhanced cooperation with regional organizations, relevant UN bodies and organs and civil society. When it comes to protecting population in armed conflicts, Slovenia will call for full respect and implementation of international humanitarian law and will focus on the protection of water resources and water infrastructure. It will support the functioning of international courts. It will support the work of humanitarian organizations, including in sanctioned areas. When it comes to women, peace, and security, Slovenia will advocate the full and equal and effective participation of women in conflict prevention. It will seek ways for the United Nations Security Council to more effectively address and ensure accountability for conflict-related sexual violence, and it will promote the participation of women in the work of the United Nations Security Council. In climate peace and security, Slovenia will be mindful to ensure that risks associated with the effects of climate change, environmental degradation, food security, and water security are taken into account when analyzing and anticipating threats. It will advocate the systematic mainstreaming of climate, environment, and water into the Security Council activities. It will integrate climate, environment, and water with other membership priorities. And now I would like to talk a little bit about my experience in New York. To be very honest, when I arrived in New York, that was quite back in 2006, I was a bit a skeptic of multilateralism, and reading resolutions was a struggle for me. But then in the course of 4 years in the corridors of United Nations, countless coordination meetings, sleepless negotiation nights among the diplomats of each and every country of the world, I have changed my mind. If you ask me today, I would say that these 4 years were the most rewarding and the most interesting period of my diplomatic career. I acquired new skills, how to write speeches, how to speak publicly, how to lead coordination meetings, negotiating skills, facilitating negotiations of the resolution, and yes, also reading the resolutions with big interest. But even more importantly, I came to realize that the progress at the United Nations may be slow and tedious, but the world is definitely much better with the United Nations in it. I was convinced of that then, and I am even more convinced of that now. In conclusion, in the unsettled world that we are living today, UN model events like yours today, with different countries participating, is of even bigger importance than a few years ago. Approach it with open mind, try to understand different perspectives which will pop up in your deliberations. And remember that it's not about winning, it is about achieving progress, bringing better tomorrow to this world. And that many times, I would say most of the times, this requires compromise and solidarity. I wish you very successful and interesting deliberations and all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Her Excellency Mateja Vodev Ghosh, Ma'am, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia. Ladies and gentlemen, for global peace is what we all are looking for. And as we navigate the seas of uncertainty today, may the compass of compassion guide our way and the quiet power of peace be the transformative anchors that echoes through the time and shapes a better world for all of us. And that is exactly what is the theme of this AMIMUN 2024 conference. And what is that? Yes, exactly. Peace through action. Ladies and gentlemen, eminent guests and boys and girls and dear friends, today in this auditorium, we have with us Dr. Jyoti Arora ma'am, who is a very senior person and expert of Model United Nations at Amity. And madam is from the team of our chairperson, ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan, ma'am. Can we have a round of applause for Dr. Jyoti Arora ma'am? Jyoti Arora ma'am is here. A thundering applause for ma'am from the team of our chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan. Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have amongst us Mr. Daniel J., who's Senior Advisor, USI, UNCEL in India. He has been Senior Project Advisor at UN, UPACE at Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Sir has been engaged in peace-building measures in Afghanistan, Somalia, and has dealt with state headship and amongst the senior leaders. He has been a former banker and has handled $1.5 billion US portfolio. He is engaged in high-profile banking projects, which is relevant to the United Nations. May I now welcome Mr. Daniel J. at the stage, please.
Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaga Paradharmo Vanushtitat Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. It is not in a Hindu ritual. It is not a religious. It is the core value of peace from Indian value system. The meaning is this. Better is one's own duty, though devoid of merit, than the duty of another well discharged. Better is death in its own duty. The duty of another is fraught with fear. Let me put it simple. Everyone born to do something in this world, apart from living, search that. And that will give a meaning to you, and you will be meaning to others. And if that call is to be a soldier or an officer towards the death, you will never feel the pain because that's your karma. If you fail to acknowledge your call in your life, then every single day, if you take the charge of someone's karma, every day will be a death for your personality. Every day is death for your peace. Every day you will face death for the very own existence. And that's where the conflict comes. The peace building in United Nations, the peace building between the state, the peace building between the governance starts from the self. And that's why India, with 1.4 billion population, tentatively 18% of the world, maintain the balance in the global governance and diplomacy, not only now, ever since we established as an independent country. people read about my profile. Let me quickly tell, and I'm currently senior advisor in USI, and USI is the second oldest defense think tank and the oldest India's tri-service defense think tank, the only tri-service defense think tank established in 1870. We deal with military heritage, strategic security, geopolitics, military doctrine, UN peacekeeping operations, and skill development for mid-career officers of Army, Navy, and Air Force. And besides that, we do have a lot of new applications. Till 2023, we engaged predominantly in defense corridor. From this year, we are going to engage with civilians, particularly the young minds, through universities. And that's why I'm here at the invitation of Amity Board and Vice Chancellor, and thank to Rear Admiral Alok sir. Thank you. Now, today we are all here within a concept of peace through action. Whoever said this topic, I request either the faculty or the student community, student leaders, whoever set this target, it's my appeal and request to you with dignity and honor. Please, Shanti Karyon ke dwara. Is there any, my translation is good? Is there any issue with this topic? And may I know what is the lack of value system of peace in Indian culture? Consider that for the next 2025. Now, UN do have an official language of 6 languages. How many of you know that official UN languages? Anyone, please? How many years this model UN is happening? Yes, sir, please go ahead, sir, please. No problem, even if you're wrong, fine gentlemen, go ahead. Yes, please. Any other guess? Yes. 18% of the global population, and our language is Hindi. It's fine. There are a lot of disputes. And I come from the part of Dravidian culture. We give our life for Tamil, but it's a time. We have to embrace one language to move ahead. I'm no more from South Indian. I'm an Indian from South. The United Nations ECOSOC Charter was written by an Indian from South. When I evaluate the same, every country do have a political rift from the bright segment of the society against their national center. India do have the challenges, either Khalistan or Bengal or Kashmir or Dravidian politics. It's nothing but ensure there is no need for peace. That's the structure. Now, I'm going to get into the UN affairs. Before that, USI, we train Indian Army officers and soldiers for the peacekeeping. Tentatively 12 peacekeeper. Let me ask you one more question. How many peacekeeping activities are happening in the world? Security Council members? Tentatively 12. Who is the biggest troop contributing countries? Yes. How many soldiers we lost? Sorry? I wish it shouldn't be. India is the biggest. Yes, please. No, my question is simple, my little brother. We are the biggest troop sending country, right? And please, how many Indian soldiers died in United Nations peacekeeping activity for the global peace? The ultimate sacrifice. Anybody know? Student faculty, please, student leaders, please take care of this one. Next year, I want to come here. I want to see this, please. 177 lives we lost in UN peacekeeping. Now, 2 more are expected, might not be in Ukraine. I wish it shouldn't be. So we are with you and we'll be with you. It's a time-tested relationship with Russia. And very soon, there could be one more peacekeeping activity, can be, may not be, in Gaza. We lost 177 peacekeepers for the global peace. For what joy? That's the contribution. May I request with the Vice Chancellor and the dignitaries on the stage and the auditorium to raise for 10 seconds honor to the fallen UN peacekeeping soldiers in general and Indian soldiers. Thank you all. Generally, Army never been assigned with the refugee handling affairs or the prisoners of war handling affairs. But Indian Army, the professional army, have been handed over the custodian authority in 1950 during the Korean War to handle the prisoners of war and the wounded soldiers. That's the level of professionalism we displayed. And whatever the charge we took in peacekeeping activities, we never give up the ground. I need, you're the Secretary General. Next time, my request is this. Please make note of this. You need to please sit down. Please make note of this. Kindly consider to get the inspiration from Indian value system and have the topic in Indian language. Second, give more importance to Indian Army's contribution in peacekeeping. Out of 12 peacekeeping activity, we are the highest contributors. So as we lost the soldiers as well. Have exclusive session for that. Ever since the advent of United Nations till 2022, there is no single memorial wall for the fallen soldiers. Auspicious leader, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, have directed our team, permanent representative in United Nations headquarters in New York, have submitted this and called for the invitation along with 190 countries' support. It's been unanimously accepted in General Assembly to raise the memorial wall first time in 2022. Please. If you don't take charge, you'll be a labor for somebody. You'll be taken charge by somebody. Now, 18% of the global population, we don't have a member seat in Security Council. We send the highest peacekeeping force. We do a lot of peace mediation, reconciliation, engagement. Please make note of this. Have the voice in India model United Nations. If I see the absence of Indianness, I don't think it's strange that India don't get the permanent seat. Am I talking right? How many of you with me? Thank you. I've been to Afghanistan. One day out of the security, we just went outside. What's my time? How much I can take? Sorry? Thank you. You know, something like a chole they eat on the street. 3-4 street kids Get some water, please. When the street kids were playing, they were doing the wrestling. And the boy who lost, he's telling to the guy who defeated him, he's telling, you use the technique which has been banned since the Alexander's time. That means the toddler is just between, if I'm right, 10 or 12-year-old kid. They're using something in their daily life. The knowledge is transferred ever since the Alexander crossed the Parwan province of Afghanistan. And that's the kind of connectivity they do have with their leaders and the forefathers. I'm not getting into the political aspect of Afghanistan. I'm not getting into support them, but I'm saying they never give up that. And in fact, some part of time they captured some part of India as well. I'm going to finish with one note. How old does India stand for peace? In 1864, Geneva Convention have been established for international humanitarian law, right? Now, after what happened 5 years, there was a country called Ethiopia. Ethiopia king named King Tuadaru. They have the political restless. They are the only Christian countries among all the Muslim countries. So every other day is a war. So they requested the British army to train them and help them with mechanized advanced machinery, but they delayed for some reason. So what happened? This King Tuadaru, he arrested the British ambassador and the civilians, the British civilians, which is not supposed to. And then he unleashed some of the soldiers, due to his anger, unprofessionally, end up getting the wrath of British army. The place where I come from called is Madras. The Madras regiment are called for to call this guy, the king. And then Indian army went there, defeated the Ethiopian army, British India, not India. And then this king committed suicide. His wife died by stress. The king's young little son taken to England, died by stress. And that's the first action after the Geneva Convention. The officer who designed the expedition is called MacGregor. And MacGregor, when he came back to India, he started an institution. That is USI. And from that day till date, we are working for the global peace. Now, it's so fun. I'm coming back to the language part. United Nations do have an official 6th language. Predominantly, there is a term called pen holders who write the policy. How many of you know that UN communication language, India have been inducted? Nobody knows this. You can read all the UN news in UN website in Hindi. So try to have that. We are working on to make Hindi an official language in United Nations to represent 1/4 our population, 18% of global population. It deserves, yes or no? So get the inspiration from Indian value system. So finally, with this note, rather than talking much about UN, rather than talking much about other stuff, what we need to do in UN, with that one, going to finish. In 1980, there were 3 young men, maybe other parties, like Sam Pitroda, one of the scientists, and then Montek Singh Ahluwalia and the former Prime Minister Rajiv. They see how India have to be their future. And they identified it has to embrace the new technology called the computer through optic fiber. And that's the one, that's because they captured pretty early. And that's why India is superpower in software industry, right? But where is this, so all the software, big tech companies, trillion-dollar companies are located? Any guess? Why? We never trained our leader, previous generation, only with the technology to be the worker. Maybe a scientist, or you give all the big funda name. What's your profile? You're working for somebody. If our men and women have been trained in 1990s, early 1990s, Silicon Valley would have been in Bangalore or Hyderabad or in Delhi. Yes or no? Now, I'm telling you, there is the greatest moment is happening in the post-COVID world. Artificial intelligence and quantum computer is the disruptive technology which is going to change the whole world. If we do not learn, along with technology, the policy which controls the artificial intelligence, cybercrime, and the quantum computers, it all become nullified if there is no satellite, right? Who is controlling the satellite? What is that space affairs? Who's the... That's governed by UNUSA, United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. Now, we all have a credit card, debit card, everything. All the finance is evaluated based on the CIBIL score credit facility, right? Now it is going to have one more thing, responsible consumption, that is green credit, individual to international level. And who's the custodian of policy? UN climate change. And who is supposed to study? MBA people, finance people. So UN is not only for political aspirants or international civil servants. It's for every segment of life. So we have to be the leader. We guys lost. You guys don't lose. That's why I gave up my UN job and I came to India, joined the UN cell of USI, the oldest Indian Defense Institute, to create the certificate course. The 42,000 colleges function under 1,027 university. Nobody do have an official certificate course, study about the UN with an everyday relevance and department relevance. So we are very soon, in a month, we are going to launch a certificate course in advanced level. I expect all the leaders, aspiring candidates to join and capitalize and take an advantageous position to be the leader in your respective, not only UN as in a job, but also leader in your own industry. With that note, I thank the leaders of MIT University, Vice Chancellor, and once again, Alok sir, and student leaders. I hope you guys will be welcoming next year as well, and I like to see the change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel J. Well, everybody, global peace is also rooted in the Indian ethos, as we believe in Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, and also with Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and also with what our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am said, was also the theme of G20 presidency of India. And what was that? One Earth, one family, one future. With that note, it becomes very important for all of us to understand that it is also the global solidarity and the camaraderie between the nations that is going to build a better world and a global tomorrow.
Everyone, today we have with us the patron AMIMUN 2024, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who is Honorable Chancellor in Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Atul Chauhan, the Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, and Patron-in-Chief AMIMUN 2024. He's armed with a charming personality and a positive attitude. He did his early schooling in Germany and thereafter took his engineering degree from the University College of London. Subsequently, he obtained his postgraduate degree in finance from the London School of Economics. While he was a student in London, the government of Britain screened his unique qualities and appointed him as the chairperson of South Region Enterprise Network for Personality Development at the university level to oversee the working of 60 universities. This bears testimony to his vision, a compelling commitment to excel and untiring zeal to scale the great heights. He has personified the meaning of leading by example. Ever willing to lend a helping hand, he aims to create citizens not only of the country, but for the world. It is a strong conviction that knowledge is a power and that Amity University is a center of thoughts. Where greater minds are built, it gives us immense pleasure to invite Dr. Atul Chauhan to address the gathering.
Our chancellor always says that together we can change the world, but all of us have to be the agents of those change. Well, everybody, I think Chancellor Sir is unable to join us online, so we will now proceed with the program.
Today we have a guest of honor, Mr. Mikhail, Cultural Attaché, Embassy of Russia in India, among us today. Mr. Mikhail is an attaché at the Embassy of Russian Federation in New Delhi, India. He is responsible for the cultural affairs of the embassy. He has been involved in various academic and research collaborations between Russia and India. He is a graduate of the Moscow State Institute of International Relations, one of the most prestigious and oldest schools in Russia for international relations, diplomacy, and languages. Now, I would request Sir to address.
Esteemed Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Your Excellency, esteemed members of DAES, esteemed professors, and dear students. It is an utmost pleasure for me to stay at this tribune for the second time. I've also joined the MET model of the United Nations the year before, and I'm very happy to see your excited faces in front of me and feel your energy and your carving for new knowledge and experience in the UL modeling. So it was indeed a pleasure for me to learn today from the professors of Amity University Uttar Pradesh that the university has signed an MOU with my alma mater, MGIMO University. And in this regard, I would like to recommend you to pay attention to cooperation with this institute in the prospect of United Nations modeling, as it has its own model of the United Nations named after late Ambassador Vitaly Churkin, and a very bright and outstanding Russian diplomat who used to serve as the permanent representative of the Russian Federation in the United Nations. So actually today I have a special mission to deliver the address of our ambassador, His Excellency Mr. Denis Alipov, to the Amity International Model of the United Nations. So I would like to read it out. It is a pleasure for me to welcome the dedicated engagement of Amity University Uttar Pradesh in the United Nations model exercise, which is widely practiced in many leading educational institutions, including in Russia. It is encouraging to know that so many young and active participants join this marvelous event to discuss the ambitious global agenda. The UN is the unparalleled representative platform for searching balanced solutions to vital issues of peace and security, sustainable development, climate change, global healthcare, human rights, world heritage, etc. It is a priority forum for Russia and India, which, along with other like-minded countries, are deeply committed to strengthening the UN's central role in the international affairs. In order to raise the efficiency of the United Nations, the need of the hour is to support true democracy in international relations, reflecting the aspirations of major developing countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. In this spirit, Russia stands for democratization of multilateral governance institutions and supports India's permanent membership in the expanded United Nations Security Council. The UN model exercise by Amity University is especially timely, given the current global dynamics amid the emergence of new polycentric reality. Russia looks forward to continuing a comprehensive and trusted dialogue with India and other partners to promote just and equal multipolar world order as a core precondition for the development of mutually beneficial and inclusive cooperation bilaterally, regionally, and globally, as well as equal multipolar world order as well as for search of amicable solutions for pressing challenges and disparity. We welcome contribution of the Indian United Nations Security Council non-permanent membership in 2021-22 and the presidencies in the G20 and the SCO in 2023 in this regard, and are committed to take forward our endeavors during the Russian presidency in the expanded BRICS in 2024. I wish the participants successful and thought-provoking deliberations. With best regards, Ambassador Denis Alipov. Dear friends, thank you so much for your attention and enjoy the meetings and the sessions of the model. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The Gavel ceremony should be more than repeating memorized words, right? It should be something special to those who participate in it. The Gavel ceremony is one such ceremony where the gavel of authority is handed over to the members of executive board.
And with every act of kindness and
Dr.
compassion.
Sumitra,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sumitra, I'm Chancellor speaking. I was in a meeting outside. I had left a message for the organizing team that I will be joining later, but my office just called that you had requested me to come online. So I've just rushed out of a meeting for 30 seconds to wish the organizing team of Amity International Model United all the very best. As the Chancellor of this university, I am so proud of every student of Amity, but I have seen the students who are part of a Model United Nations are absolutely different. They have a passion for leadership. They have a vision for this world. To all the participants who have come from across the country, across the world, I congratulate you for choosing a platform like a Model United Nations to develop yourself. Over the years, we have seen that young people who are part of Model United Nations are different human beings who are intellectual, who will make a difference in this world. And at Amity, under the vision of our founder, Dr. Ashok Chauhanji, it has always been our dream and our passion to nurture young people who will make a difference in this world. And if today you have been very lucky to listen, I have been told that we have Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Slovenia, and many other senior dignitaries who have come to interact with you. Take them as role models. Anyone who is working in diplomacy or as part of the United Nations, they're all looking at how we can all as a global entity work together in harmony. There is a long way to go, but we have a great belief that it is the youth of this world. Each one of you who is sitting in the audience today in person or online and who will be participating in this Model United Nations, if this world will become a much better place for all of us, it is because of the leadership that all of you will have. So with that, I wish each one of you the very best. Take this opportunity, make friends, debate, have intellectual conversations, and go out in this world whenever you complete your studies and make a deep, deep difference to make a better society for all of us. All the best to all of you.
Let's have a big hand for our Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for motivating us. More than 1,000 delegates have joined, sir. Thank you so much for your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, in Symphony of the Nations, let peace be the guiding conductor, orchestrating a melody that resonates with the hearts of humanity. What now we are going to witness is the Gavel ceremony, which stands historic with the 13th AMIMUN 2024 conference. I'll now request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla Ma'am, to officially hand over the gavel to Secretary General Ms. Gauri Sarin at AMIMUN 2024 on the theme Pax for Praxis. Let there be peace through action. Let us all be guided with the kind words of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir, who believes that together we can change the world. So let's together build a world that's so beautiful, full of kindness and compassion. Officially, the gavel is now passed on to the Secretary General, AMIMUN 2024, with the theme that resonates in our hearts. Thank you so much, ma'am, for doing the honors. With this, we will now release the souvenir of this conference. So I'll now request Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, together with our chief guest, Her Excellency Matija Vodeb Ghosh, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia, together with Mr. Daniel J. and all the dignitaries of the dais to officially unravel what are the actions through which we are going to bring peace. Here at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida, joining us more than 1,000 delegates, both in the online and the offline conference. Here is what we unravel, the pre-conference brochure and the souvenir, and as it unravels, peace will never remain a passive state. It is an active commitment to sow the seeds of compassion. Let's have a round of applause for unraveling that souvenir. It has the testimonials of all our dignitaries and also talks about what are the different committees in this AMIMUN 2024 conference.
Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir, our Honorable Founder President of Amity Group of Education, is our most respected and honorable founder. Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir, is an immensely successful entrepreneur in Europe for over 3 decades. So, Dr. Ashok Chauhan relates that if one could motivate thousands of talented youngsters and give them global level professional education while installing in them a sense of values, then there could be no reason why they would not cross over the world and become global leaders.
Thank you. Well, our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan sir, is watching the event silently. AMIMUN 2024 has always been very close to his heart. And what is the heart of this conference? That is the theme. And the theme is?
Sumitra.
Yes, sir. Our founder president, sir.
Wonderful. So I am so glad that this program is going on so well. My dear students, such dignities has come. They're all great people, very busy people, very experienced people. And I heard speech of all of them. That is the world-changing opinion. My dear student, this AMIMUN is so important because the world is getting open. And I tell you, my student, you have all virtues, qualities, traits, and capability to show to the whole world that we will play a big role to make a better world, make world with the peace. And therefore, I think all those who are participating here in this program are very special students, very special delegates. And this is one of the most important programs during your study period, because this would totally change your life, change your career, and you would contribute greatly for not only for India, but for the, as our worthy Chancellor says, together we will change the world. So I'm very specifically thankful to all those who are present here, those friends during West Germany from Slovenia, I would say the best friends from Slovenia and also from other countries. So I would say to all my heartiest compliment, congratulations, and I am so pleased, so glad, and all those who are delegates here should follow it further, because now we should be world citizens, not only from one country, and world citizens you can be only if you participate in such programs. Dr. Shukla and our Sarawat, and my compliment to you all. Thank you very much, Sumitra, very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's have a tremendous applause for our founder president, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, sir. Sir, your words mean a lot. Thank you for motivating all of us. And sir, our team is happy to report that there are more than 1,000 delegates who've joined this conference, and we have representations from all the continents in the world. Thank you so much, Honorable President, sir.
Great, great.
Okay, so with this, we are now coming in furtherance with the program schedule. We will now be honoring our dignitaries of the dais, and to do the honors, I will now request Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am, together with Ambassador Mr. R.M. Agarwal, together with Jyoti Arora ma'am, to present a sapling, a shawl and a memento, which is a token of a love and gratitude from Amity University, and presenting a sapling showcases our green initiative to our chief guest, Her Excellency Mateja Vodev Ghosh, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia. Ma'am, we are so touched with your presence. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion. Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am, Honorable Vice Chancellor ma'am for doing the honors, Ambassador R.M. Agarwal sir for doing the honors, Dr. Jyoti Arora ma'am for doing the honors. Let's have a round of applause for all these felicitations at the stage. These are beautiful memories and success stories. Presenting a shawl showcases a love and warmth from Team AMIMUN 2024. May this love and warmth continue forever as we together build global citizens at Amity University. And this is a token of a love and gratitude in the form of a memento for Her Excellency Mateja Vodev Ghosh, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia. I'll now request Dr. M. Sajnani, together with Dr. Savita Mehta ma'am, to present a sapling to Mr. Daniel J., who is Senior Advisor, UN Cell at USI India, and also to present a shawl and a memento as a token of a love and gratitude from Amity University. Amity University, a research and innovation-driven university, a place where modernity blends with tradition and where we build global citizens. And you all, the delegates, are the architects of that global world. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel J., Senior Advisor at USI, UN Cell, India, for gracing the occasion. Dr. Savita Mehta ma'am and Sajnani sir for doing the honors. Themes timeless and beautiful memories totally captured here. I will now request Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal sir, Dean FMS, together with the Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar sir, Deputy General, Director General at International Affairs Division, to honor Mr. Mikhail, Cultural Attaché at the Embassy of Russia, with a sapling which showcases our green initiatives at Amity University. All our campuses across the globe, in more than 12 countries, are green campuses. And with 12 universities in India, 28 schools and preschools, we are totally a green campus. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Presenting a shawl showcases a love from Amity University on behalf of hundreds and thousands of students of Amity University, together with the organizing team AMIMUN 2024. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the occasion, and ma'am and sir for doing the honors. This is a small token of our gratitude in the form of a memento, which makes this occasion timeless and beautiful. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. On the stage, we also have with us Secretary General Ms. Gauri Sareen. And now I request Professor Dr. Anil Sehrawat, Chairperson, AMIMUN 2024, together with Co-Chair, Professor Dr. Lakshmi Ahuja, to present a sapling and a memento to our very respected and honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, ma'am. Let's have a round of applause for ma'am. Ma'am is the guiding light under whose guidance we have organized so many AMIMUN conferences. Thank you so much, ma'am. So I think the theme is now set, and that the theme of Pax per Praxis is resonating in our hearts.
Now I request Chef d'Affaires, Amity International Model United Nations 2024, Ms. Adishri Telam, to present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Zubia. Honorable dignitaries, esteemed guests, respected delegates, and cherished participants. As dawn unfurls its splendid hues, I, Adishri Telem, the Charge d'Affaires, am imbued with a profound sense of gratitude. It is my esteemed privilege to extend this heartfelt vote of thanks at the auspicious inauguration of the 30th edition of the Amity International Model United Nations Conference. Firstly, our deepest gratitude is extended to the United Nations, the pillar of global unity, for their unwavering support. Your guidance is the lodestar that navigates our journey towards collective enlightenment. A special note of appreciation is due to Her Excellency Mateja Vodopgos, Ambassador, Embassy of Slovenia, Mr. Mikhail Ansiferov, Culture Attaché, Embassy of Russia and India. Your esteemed presence enriches our discourse, weaving wisdom and experience into this gathering's fabric. Mr. Daniel J., Senior Advisor at USI, हम आपके तहे दिल से आभारी हैं, sir. We owe immense gratitude to our esteemed leaders, such a beacon of visionary guidance, to our honorable founder, president and patron-in-chief, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir. Thank you for your unwavering commitment and foresight that have steadfastly guided our institution's journey towards excellence. To our honorable chancellor and patron, Dr. Atul Chauhan, sir, we extend our heartfelt thanks for your inspirational leadership and innovative spirit, which have greatly enriched our academic and culture pursuits. And to our respected Vice Chancellor and patron, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, your sincere gratitude, our sincere gratitude for your astute guidance and wisdom, instrumental in shaping our academic rigor and holistic development. A casket of gratitude to the chairperson, Dr. Anil Shahrawat, co-chairperson, Dr. Lakshmi Ahuja, and our esteemed faculty members. Your wisdom and enlightenment, encouragement fuel our inspirations and achievements. A heartfelt thanks to Medicon, our generous sponsor. Your support is the bedrock upon which this event's success firmly stands. To the vibrant delegates and to reporters, your passionate engagement breathes life into our theme, Pax per Praxis, Peace through Action. Your spirited discourse is the heartbeat of this assembly. Our organizing committee, secretariat, the architects behind this grand event deserve our utmost appreciation. Your dedication and tireless efforts are the unseen pillars supporting the grandeur of AMIMUN 2024. Sumitra ma'am, Zubia and Kushal, heartfelt thanks for flawlessly handling the stage and hosting the event. Your seamless coordination made it a memorable experience. Thank you, Neha ma'am and team, Vaibhavi, Himari and Jatin, for handling the stage with calmness. Your efforts truly contributed to the event's success. Lastly, but certainly not least, heartfelt gratitude to my mentor, my guide, and the driving force behind who I am today, Mr. Shikhar. Thank you for inspiring me every single day. While we have thanked our team, we cannot move ahead without thanking all our parents who have given us the opportunity and support to be who we are today and to touch the sky standing on the pedestals they have made for us. I humbly thank them all. As we embark on this intellectual odyssey, let us forge bonds of understanding and dialogue, enriching this conference with diverse perspective and global camaraderie. In closing, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to every individual whose passion, whose dedication, vision have melded to create the symphony of global dialogue. May the ensuing discussions resonate with the spirit of unity and purpose. As the curtains rise in AMIMUN 2024, let us unite in a quest for peace through action, one dialogue at a time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Faiz Adishri, for your address. Precisely, one of the most gratifying results of the intellectual evolution is the continuous opening up of the new greater prospects. On this note, I would request the Secretary General, Ms. Gauri Serene, to declare that Amity International Model United Nations 2024 is now open.
Allow me to extend a brief yet heartfelt welcome to all our participants, wishing each you the very best of luck at AMIMUN. We hold the belief that this experience should leave you as an improved version of yourself, and I genuinely hope that you find an immense satisfaction in the remarkable journey we have crafted for you. With the blessings of our founder, Sir, Chancellor Sir, VC Ma'am, and the faculty members, I, Gauri Sareen, the Secretary General of AMIMUN'24, officially declares the conference open.
Now that the gavel has stricken down, every step taken in the pursuit of justice, every hand extended in friendship, and every act of compassion is a stride towards a world where peace thrives through international action with the theme Pax per Praxis. What does that translate into? Peace through action. So all the best to everyone. And with this, we come to the end of the inaugural session. I will now request all the delegates to move towards their respective committee venues. OC members are requested to guide them to the venues. We wish you a very fruitful and enriching debating session in different committees. Lastly, I would like to request the executive board to come up on the stage for a group picture. I request all the dignitaries of the dais also to stay back. Let's have a round of applause for the entire inaugural ceremony, just the way we started, and let us all proceed towards new pastures where we build a better world with discourse and deliberations. Thank you so much.
सारे सेट मेंबर्स को बुलाओ।